Hey, Jay Clark here. We're out at Racetown today testing one of my latest project bikes we did for MotoUSA. And today we got a CRF300R, which is built into a 300. And Thumper Racing does that. Used a custom CP piston with a bigger bore. Millennium replates the cylinder bigger. And then Thumper does a complete crankshaft from scratch, rebalances and everything with a stroker crank. Comes out to 300 cc's, and it's just an incredible bike. Hot Cams has a custom cam for it. FMF has their regular 4.1 exhaust on it. Got the Henson parts on it. MB1 handled all the suspension stuff. And it's a good bike. So out here we're testing it today versus the stock one. We got a stock 11 here, which is a good bike. And just for guys who want a bit more power out of their 250F, the 300 is the way to go.
My name is Ryan Chapin, and riding the Jay Clark bike, the bike he put together was interesting. A big difference between the two. They both feel really similar. I love riding 250Fs. I love the feel of being able to get on the throttle early and still let the rear wheel drift into turns. Having the Thumper Racing engine, the 300, number one, took away a couple of shifts for me, and being a vet rider, that was really nice. And having that extra power to roll out of turns, be up a gear in 2 or 3 of the corners, I could be up 1 gear. Still using the clutch just like a 250F, still throwing it in the corners like a 250F. It was really nice, but the fact that the motor pulled, both motors feel so great and linear and smooth, but this one doesn't shut off, doesn't stop. It just goes on to the top and keeps pulling through that top end. Made it really nice down some of the straightaways and over that back step up. Much more comfortable and less frightening on this bike. As far as the way Jay sets up all the controls, and I mean, having the works connection to the Elite Perch is always money. I've got one of those on my real bike, on my race bike, and so all the controls felt really nice. Between the stock one and this one, the MB1 suspension, he put some heavier springs in the front, so it brought it up, which allowed me to push harder into the corners. I could hit the braking bumps a little bit harder, stayed level, and it didn't want to like. This one I could dive in tight, you know, real tight and cut close. In fact, I shaped the lines a little too tight. This one held me up a little more. It was nice. The suspension makes it real forgiving for my mistakes too. If I overjump or underjump something, it felt good. But obviously the biggest difference between having those 50 more cc's in that motor, it made all the difference. It made the difference with my shifting and just being able to yank out of the corners. Felt really nice. Great compromise for vets who still want to ride and lay it in the corners and spin the back wheel like that, like a 250F. You can still ride this just like a 250F, only it's just more forgiving for it. It's a fun bike.